What's up, guys? It's Jay, MorninAfterKill, and today I am gonna be showing you a brand new product that I have had the privilege of testing for the last 10 days. I have had my hands on the Elgato HD60, which is basically an upgraded version of the original Elgato in every way, shape, or form. For those of you guys out there that are wondering what the fucking Elgato is, it's a capture card that you use to capture footage through HDMI. So this is a USB 2.0 interface, and I know what a lot of you guys out there are saying, Mac, that means it's gonna have some delay between what's happening on your screen and the recording software. And you're right, there is a very small but noticeable amount of input lag onto the recording software, but on the plus side, it goes cleanly through the capture card to your TV, so you don't have any lag on your actual TV. The only thing that you're gonna get lag on is on your recording software, so you can't sit there and look at your recording software and play at the same time, especially if you're playing a Twitch shooter like Titanfall or a Call of Duty or even Borderlands. Borderlands can be considered a Twitch shooter, but it is slightly less noticeable than the original Elgato capture card. But on the plus side, since it's USB 2.0, it is compatible with just about every single computer that has been made within the last few years. And the only other 60 frame per second capture card that I have seen on the market is the AverMedia Extreme Cap UE3, which is USB 3.0, but since it's only compatible with a very small amount of computers out there, there are a lot of people that have bought this and complained that it is a very unstable card, and that's the reason I use capture cards even for my PC gameplays. I can't have it. Not having none of that. I would rather deal with a slight amount of input lag on the recording software than have to deal with corrupt files and unexpected crashes in the middle of recording some gameplay. It's also the reason why I use two PCs for recording and streaming. If you haven't seen that, go ahead and check out my man cave setup video that I just put up earlier today. But I need the promise of stability, and I don't want to sacrifice quality for that. So I've actually used my original Elgato for the past 2 years. I'm one of the first people that actually received an Elgato from Elgato all the way back when. And the only problem I've ever had with it is when the Wii U first came out, it wasn't really quote-unquote supported yet inside of the Elgato software. I was using the quote-unquote other, and it's pretty funny because I was getting a little bit of problems with recording the Wii U and keeping the files, I guess, synced up with the audio. But it's ironic that happened because I worked with Elgato through email, and that's actually one of the reasons why I'm testing this card, is because I'm one of the perfect candidates to test cards because I use them in ways that not a lot of people use capture cards, especially with the dual PC setup. You don't really see that very often, especially out there on YouTube. You see it a lot on Twitch, but not really on the YouTube. So they wanted to make sure there wasn't any unforeseen bugs in that department, and I helped Elgato hammer down their software to release a Wii U version of their software, which actually works. That's pretty cool, but I digress. I'm getting off track here. But in the 2 years I've owned my Elgato, not once have I ever tried to play off the recorded software preview. So, I mean, as long as it has a 100% clean pass-through through the TV, you're not really gonna notice it, except if you're streaming. And that's one of the big complaints about the original Elgato, and one of mine too is the reason why I actually went with an AverMedia Live Gamer Portable for streaming for a while, is because the delay on your voice in the Elgato was a few milliseconds off, and you had to fuck around with your streaming program to get it to sync up 100% fine. And you know what? I'm happy to report that this brand new Elgato at least syncs with most major programs out there and automatically, gets your voice, webcam, and video all together in the same... Wait. Did I just say webcam? That's right. We'll get to that later, but the new Elgato software that I've been tested, that's going to be released this week, August 17th. It includes provisions to add watermarks, overlays, and webcams to your stream. That's kind of cool. But yes, it does sync up with most major programs. I did test it out with XSplit. I do use XSplit. And it also works with OBS. When I put it in there, it already delayed my voice to the gameplay, so I didn't have to really go ahead and mess with that. It was more of a plug-and-play experience, and that's what a lot of people out there are really looking for from a capture card, is just to plug it in and get it pretty much working the way they want to. So let's go ahead and take a look at the actual capture card. We've been looking at footage here that's in 30 frames per second right now because YouTube doesn't have 60 frames per second encoded. However, I do know a trick that at the end of this video, I'm going to trick YouTube into playing 60 frames per second. So we have the Elgato original. I have 2 of these. And then we have the Elgato HD60. I have 2 of these. Thank you. Thank you very much, Elgato. I only thought they were sending me out 1. But then the other day, they were like, hey, here's a retail version too. Because the one I got originally was just in a white box. They're like, here, test this. But if you take a look at them, the HD60 is actually smaller. It's probably about the size of I'd say a normal Samsung flip phone. I don't really, maybe a BlackBerry. I don't carry cell phones. I haven't had a cell phone in a very, you can see me in a BlackBerry reference. That's how long it's been since I've actually paid attention to cell phones. But yes, it is smaller, and one thing that I do like about it is that it's balanced to have the HDMI go in one end and out the other. There are a lot of capture cards out there that do stick all the ports on one side, then you kind of lay it down and it flops up and the HDMI cords just start ripping it off there. So I mean, if you want a good thing to do with the Elgato is if you take a look at it behind my TV, how it just kind of sits around there flopping around. If you get a piece of Velcro, you put that in, you Velcro it wherever you want to on your setup. But I'm getting off topic again here. We have the HDMI in and out, of course, and we also have the mini USB port on both. But that is how it powers. There is no power cord to this, and if you notice, there is an AV in on the larger capture card, and you can't really see it, but there's a little tiny hole there that has an adapter that will plug into your PS3. For those of you guys out there that are on last generation consoles, you are looking for a last generation solution, you can get it right there. Nice and deep like. So let's go ahead and get into the actual recording process of the recording software. Alright, so here we are inside of our brand new Elgato HD60 recording software suite. And for those of you guys that actually don't really want to get really deep into the details on it, I'm just going to show you how to record and do the flashback recording. It's the main features of Elgato. It's kind of like, it's their signature, and it's the one feature that I really do love about Elgato's software is that they do the flashback recording better than any other capture card that's out there on the market. And I've had them all. And I gotta say that I trust Elgato's flashback recording more than I trust any other capture cards, especially some of the other capture cards don't even do flashback recording in MP4. It's weird. It's like MP4 is like the most popular video file process. I don't know. You go figure. So here we are inside of the suite, and all we're gonna do is go slide over to the tab at the top up there where it says beta. Mind you, I am using beta software, so if you see a few weird things happen, don't worry about it. It's not gonna be in the actual main product. This is just pre-release footage that you're seeing here. So we just slide over to capture here inside of the tab, and as you can see, we have the game playing right here. Playing the game. And then you just play like normal, and if you want to go back, something cool happens in the gameplay, all you gotta do is come down here to the little slider, and you just bring it back in the timeline to the point to where you want to start capturing. Once you find the point that you want to start capturing, you push capture, and then you slide it all the way back to the, you know, where it's live now. You push capture again, and then it will export that video to whatever file that you have that saved onto your computer. And boom! You have your video recorded. That simple. Now, if you do want to do, you know, live commentary, there are options in here where you can have your game audio and your commentary split into 2 different files so you can record and edit them in a separate program like Sony Vegas separately. And that is invaluable, because sometimes when you're recording, you know, there'll be parts in the game that get a little bit loud, or you got a little bit quiet and you want to go ahead, cut and adjust that, maybe make it a little bit louder, a little bit softer. You want to put some effects in there, or, you know, you just want the game sounds, and you kind of only want to have your voice when you say something funny. You just want to cut everything else out, and you don't want to lose game sound. So what we're gonna do here is it's gonna be a little bit weird. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come up here right to this little gear cog wheel setting things, if you will. And if you take a look, you'll have a bunch of options. I have them all unchecked because I don't want to share it to Facebook, YouTube. I just want footage. So MP4 original, MP4 1080p. Those are the 2 files that I'm going to be exporting as, because one of them saves it as raw footage and the other comes out as, you know, with the audio onto it. So if you take a look here, there are different options that says always convert new videos, mute live commentary and exported video, and export live commentary to separate audio files. So if you want your live commentary to a separate audio file, what you're going to want to do is click mute live commentary, so your live commentary isn't over the game file, and you're going to want to have record your audio into a separate file. Now, one of the things that I've noticed is, since it does take the footage and the audio from a video, it's going to save it as an M4A file. And what I had to do was go onto Audacity's website. It's a free audio editing program that I use. It's pretty awesome. You should, if you do YouTube, you should have Audacity. And this is just one little bit of extra step. I hope Elgato does take my suggestion that I did email to them, that hopefully there should be a way to have that audio export out as an MP3. But what we're gonna have to do is go to Audacity, and we're gonna have to get a plugin for Audacity that allows us to take an M4A, which is a QuickTime file, and convert it into an MP4 inside of Audacity. So it is one extra step if you want to have to move your audio and your video separately. But for those of you guys out there that do live stream and you have copyrighted music and you just want to, you know, sit back, relax, play some music on Twitch, you don't really give a fuck if your VODs get fucking muted, because nobody cares. So you can actually still have your audio file separate from the, you know, copyrighted music you're listening to on stream. So you can actually still upload it to YouTube. You'll just have to put, you know, copyright-free music behind it. That's a whole nother process, whole nother video. But the other options here that we have are actually pretty cool. You have the option to adjust the game audio. You also have a live stream option, like I've been talking about, where you can just put in your account, and I'm pretty sure they have YouTube, Twitch, Ustream, and another option that I really have no fucking clue. But you also have the live commentary option, like I showed you right there. You can adjust your audio volume. If you do want to go and do the live commentary, all you have to do is click capture and then click the blue commentary button at the bottom of the screen right there. And that's how you start to do the live commentary. You can't do flashback recorded on live commentary, but you can't really expect the program to remember your voice in there. It only saves the video of what's going on. It's what's happening on the card. That's what's going on. So we do have these really cool scenes right here, though. If you use OBS or XSplit, you might be very I guess you understand what's going on here, is that you have 9 editable scenes, and you can actually overlay your webcam on there. You can have your overlay on Twitch, watermarks, sponsorships, whatever. The only thing that you can't do at the moment is, like with OBS or XSplit, where you have automated, oh, this person subscribed and that person did that. You can't really do that on this program, but this makes it very easy for those of you guys that are just getting in a live stream and you don't want to start messing around with OBS, or maybe your computer isn't strong enough to run XSplit or all those other things, and you just want one program to do everything for you, and that's what you have. You have the Elgato Game Capture HD60 Suite, and pretty impressed by it. It does some pretty damn good capturing, especially at 60 frames per second. So those of you guys out there that have watched my video before where I brought you 60 frame per second video on YouTube, you guys know what to do after this video is over. We're gonna go ahead and pause it, put it into 1080p, put it on 2 times speed, and then you're gonna see some awesome 60 frames per second gameplay captured from my Elgato HD60. It's gonna be pretty cool. There's gonna be instructions on the screen for those of you guys that actually don't know how to do it. But I hope this helped you out just a little bit for those of you guys out there that were wondering what the difference is between the HD60 and the old Elgato is, and pretty much it's just an upgrade. It is an all-around upgrade, and there's really no cons to it over top what was already quote-unquote a con of the original Elgato software, which is its USB 2.0 and has a small amount of input lag on the recording software. But like I said, you're not supposed to be watching your recording software while you're recording anyway. You're not supposed to be playing off that. I know some programs can do it, but you shouldn't do it. So, my name is Jay, MorninAfterKill. I want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys rate, comment, and subscribe. If you could leave a thumbs up on the video, I'd highly appreciate it because it gives me motivation to make more videos for you motherfuckers that watch my motherfucking videos. In the description down below, there will be a link to the Audacity plugin if you want to go ahead and, put that in for those of you guys that are watching this after this suite has been released. So follow the instructions on the screen if you want to see some beautiful 60 frame per second gameplay. Like I said, my name's Jay, MorninAfterKill. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna see you guys later.